My second favorite guy stood up on a stage right up there in beautiful Mar-a-Lago and said he's going to run for office again, and I am so excited about that. Who's excited about that?
So first of all, no, not that many people are excited about it in that room. But I asked this because I really don't know. Who's her first favorite guy? Is it God? Is it Jesus? Is it her husband? Is it her dad? I mean, but her second favorite guy is Donald Trump. Nice. Let's see what else she has to say.
There he is.
Did Donald Trump just appear there? Did she not know that he was sitting right up front in front of her? She's like, my second favorite guy stood up there at Mar-a-Lago and said that he's running for president again. Oh, wait. Oh, there he is right there. What?
And I will tell you this right now, I don't know what my future holds other than I'm going to continue to fight for this country. But I will do everything in my power to make sure this man gets back in the White House. We need him now more than ever. There's no other option. There's nobody better for the job. There's nobody who can get us out of this nightmare that we're in.
Yeah, the nightmare that she's living, which allows her to wear that expensive dress and those expensive shoes and that expensive jewelry and take a private jet probably on our dime to Mar-a-Lago, where a bunch of people have paid God knows how much per plate to sit there with a bunch of other rich people and sip champagne and eat expensive food in this nightmare of a life she's living. Imagine you right now sitting at home after a nice 8 hours of hard work, living paycheck to paycheck, paying for your kid to go to expensive college, paying for, your health care. Imagine you listening to her standing up there in Mar-a-Lago about to have an expensive meal and a bunch of expensive alcohol, telling you that she's living in a nightmare and only Donald Trump can save her from that nightmare. Imagine that.
Than somebody who introduced America First policies. And so I ask you in the coming days and months and weeks, as we're hearing, the fake news media talk,
and make no mistake about it, she is 100% auditioning for a spottish Trump's running mate. That is all these people are about. It's either a grift or a power move. And I love how she used the regular old Republican talking point, listening to the fake news, and then she paused for a second for the applause. But even people at Mar-a-Lago attending Donald Trump's campaign rally or whatever the heck it is are getting tired of the regular talking points.
That we stand up and protect and push and do everything we can to help President Trump in his move toward the White House. I will do anything in my power to make sure this man gets in the White House for our children's sake and for our country's sake.
And by anything in her power, she means I will continue to regurgitate the talking points. At every chance I get, I will say fake news, I will say the election was stolen, and I will say it's a witch hunt against President Trump.
Are you guys with us on that? No, are you really with us? Are you really with us? Okay.
Yeah, from the sound of that applause, they're barely with you on that.
So I'm just honored to be here in the most beautiful place I've ever been, Mar-a-Lago, and I'm thrilled to be here with people who are fighting for America First policies. The only way we get out of this mess is the America First policies that President Trump introduced. And we need strong states and strong governors and strong leaders from the president right on down to the school board member. Let me rephrase that. We need strong leaders from the school board right on up to the president. Most importantly, the school board.
I can't impress upon you guys enough to get involved in your local school board. We've seen across this country that this is a calculated move on their part to start with the school board. And I've been saying this for years, that it has to start with your local municipalities. You have to start by going to your local school board meetings and making sure that these people are not turning your schools into places that are indoctrinating kids to believe some of this mess that they're trying to peddle to them. This idea that the woke agenda is trying to take over, this this idea that CRT is infiltrating your schools and making white kids feel guilty about being white. These things aren't happening, but these people are talking about them at school board meetings like they are, and they're starting to implement rules at these schools that are detrimental to your and my kids. So I can't impress upon you enough. Carrie Lake just said it. That is in their blueprint. They want to make changes at the school board level because they know that that is what starts radical change in this country, and we cannot allow that.
So thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you, President Trump, for inspiring all of us and inspiring a nation. And we are with you. We got your back, and we will be with you right until we get you back.
Doesn't Trump look like he's bored of Carrie Lake? Like he's like, whatever, get this lady off the stage. And it's funny because I swear, Carrie Lake and Marjorie Taylor Greene are both auditioning to be Trump's running mate. Who knows what's going to happen? But here's one of my predictions. My prediction is that Ron DeSantis will beat Donald Trump in the primary. But Donald Trump's ego is so large that I think he will get talked into starting a third party. I don't know for sure. That's just a prediction, but stay tuned because this is going to get very interesting in the next 2 years.
MeidasTouch is unapologetically pro-democracy. And look, we know you are too. So please make sure you check out our best-selling shirt and our best-selling gear, the unapologetically pro-democracy gear. And hey, while you're at it, make sure you check out my favorite shirt and one of our most famous designs, It Wasn't Rigged, You're Just a Loser, at store.meidastouch.com. That's store.meidastouch.com.